A warm welcome to 5th Sem BBA students. Today we will be discussing about the subject investment management. This subject investment management consists of 6 chapters. According to this e-content development, each subject is divided into different sessions. Today we are going to start with the first chapter. This chapter is divided into 10 sessions. So today we are going to study the first session, or we are going to deal with the first session. First session consists of Introduction to Investment Management. In the first session, we are going to study about the introduction to investment management, meaning of investment, importance and objectives of investment. The recap of the previous class, since we are starting the subject for the first time, we have no recap. The learning objectives of this chapter are: it aims to provide an understanding of the investment settings, alternative investment opportunities available, concept and measurement of risk and return, valuation of fixed income securities and bond innovations. All this will be covered under 10 sessions. So each session will have different topics. The session outcomes are: after listening to this session, you must be able to understand the concept of investment, explain its importance and state the objectives of investment. So let us go for the introduction part. So before I could go for the meaning of investment management, let us just understand what does it really mean. So as you have already studied in the previous semesters, management. What is management? Management is an act of getting things done through others. Or in other words, management is an act of planning, organizing, coordinating, controlling, etc. Now, to manage is nothing but to succeed in surviving or achieving something despite difficult circumstances, right? Now, coming to the concept of investment, what is investment? It is nothing but to put money in certain avenues to get a return. Or when we go for investment when the income is more than the expenditure, or the earnings are more than the expenditure what we have. So now, for example, an individual is earning 1000 rupees. He may spend 800 for all his necessities and comforts in his life, and the remaining 200 will be left out with him, which he doesn't want to keep at home because it is not going to increase the amount or value of the money. It will be an idle money. So he or she tries to put it in different avenues or different investments so that he or she can increase the value of money and get some return or gain out of that particular money. So coming to the slide, in general terms, investment means the use of money in the hope of making more money. Means we use the money to make more money, maybe in the form of income, which is in the form of interest or dividend, or sometimes in the form of capital growth. In finance, it means the purchase of a financial product or other item of value with an expectation of favorable future return. Means here the investor always expects a favorable return. Means he will get a profit or he will get a positive return. And an investor never expects a loss. So what is this investment management? It refers to the handling of financial assets and other investment in order to meet the specified investment goals for the benefit of investor. That is, here it is not only buying and selling of financial assets, it also involves handling of financial assets. So here, investment generally when it is being done, it can be done in different ways. The first one is in the form of economic activity, where the investment will be towards capital growth. And second one is in general terms, where you invest on some asset like car or a bungalow, where you are going to enjoy the benefit of it. You are not going to get any return. You can sell it at the end of the usage. We have business investment, where you invest to earn a profit. The last one is financial investment. We purchase different financial securities or financial documents where you are going to get a return in the form of dividend or interest. So students, before going for the next concept of importance, I have to tell you two things. One is speculation and one is gambling. What is speculation? Speculation is taking advantage of the market condition. You purchase something with the hope that the price is going to increase in the future so that you can sell in the future and get profit out of it. That is called as speculation. What is gambling? Gambling is nothing but you are going to go for wagering of money or something of value on an event with an uncertain outcome with the intent of winning money or material goods. It can be anything. So that is not called as investment. Investment is you are spending money in order to get some return. Speculation, you are going to purchase something with a hope of increase in price, even though you are going to incur a loss. There you are going to take a risk. Gambling is nothing but betting, where you say that some event is going to happen, then you may have to go for exchange of money or some goods or some service. So let us go for the next slide. Here we have the importance of investment. Why do we need an investment? Why people go for investment? So before that, let us just understand money is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange and that at the same time acts as a store of value. It is used for exchange of any product or commodity and it is a store of value. Means it is not going to lose its value over a period of time. If you restore money, it will be there with you for a longer period of time. And now Keynes has given 3 motives why an individual or an organization holds cash. The first one is transaction motive. What is transaction motive? It is the amount of money. The motive of holding money here is to meet the day-to-day transactions or the day-to-day needs or to make payments on regular basis. What is precautionary motive? Precautionary motive, here the individual or an organization holds cash for some unforeseen or unexpected contingencies which you do not expect. It comes by accident or on the way of doing business or in the way of your life. Say for example, you fall sick. That is called as a precautionary motive. You hold some money for that. That is called as precautionary. What is speculative motive? Here you hold cash or a liquid cash in order to take advantage of market movements regarding future changes in prices and rate of interest. So in order to take advantage of the market, you hold cash. So first you hold cash for day-to-day transactions. Second, you hold money for precautionary motive, that is nothing but unexpected or unforeseen contingencies. Speculative motive, in order to take advantage of the fall and objectives of investment. What is the meaning of objectives? Are nothing but aims or goals for which we need to invest. The objectives of investment are broadly classified into primary objectives and secondary objectives. So the primary objectives are nothing but the basic objectives. Secondary objectives are nothing but the adjacent objectives or supplementary objectives. So the primary objectives include basically 3: safety, income and growth of capital. Safety. Every individual wants to be safe. We have in the hierarchy of needs theory, we have physiological needs. Then the second one comes safety needs. An individual wants to be safe, so they go for investment. And every individual wants his investment to be safe. And he desires that his investment give a return with certainty and without loss of money or without loss of time. The safest investments are in the field of treasury bills, certificate of deposits, commercial papers given by the banks and some corporate bonds. And here every individual has to look into the concept of safety in the investment whatever they make. The second objective of investment is income. Every individual, when he or she invests, expect a regular return on the investment what they make. That return is nothing but the income. So the income whatever they get is very important for the individuals. Here income and safety are very closely related. The more safety you expect, the less will be the income. The less the safety you expect, the more may be the return. I'll just give an example. If you go for debentures or bonds, the income is limited and it is assured. You will get the interest at any cost. At the same time, if you go for investing in shares or stocks, the investment may be higher, very high, but it may not be certain, because once the company incurs a loss, it will not give you the dividend. But for bonds and debenture holders, the income is confirmed. It will be given to them at any point of time. So here the individual has to be very careful while investing by taking into consideration the income needs, what he or she expects or what he or she wants. If they want regular income, they can go regular and certain income, they can go for debentures and bonds. If they are not worried about the regular return, they can go for shares. The next objective is growth of capital. So here growth of capital is mainly related to the accumulation of wealth. So here what happens, security is sold for a price that is higher than the price at which it was originally purchased. This will happen over a long period of time. It is very closely associated with purchase of common stocks. So here what happens, once you purchase a share, the value of share will be less. Over a period of time, when the company keeps on growing, the value of the share may increase in the future, and it will, when you go for selling the share, you will get a very high value for the shares. So that is about growth of capital. An individual has to take into consideration the growth of capital. So the secondary objective of the individuals or the organizations, basically this is applicable for individuals, tax minimization. What happens here, when you go for investing in certain securities or certain investment avenues, you will get tax minimization. In the Income Tax Act, a relaxation is given in different sections for investment in certain fields like LIC, PLI. So when an individual invests in that, his amount of payment of tax will be reduced. They will get some relaxation. For example, if you go for health insurance, there you will get a relaxation. If you go for other life insurance policies, there also you get some relaxation. So individuals aim at reducing tax in order to see that here they are getting the benefit of both. One is saving, the amount will be saved and it will be realized in future, and tax which they have to pay the government will be reduced. The next one is marketability. Marketability or liquidity. It's nothing but, the liquidity is nothing but the ability of the bond or security or financial asset to be converted into cash very easily. So an investor his objective is to see that whenever they want, it can be converted into cash easily. Say for example, if you purchase a debenture for 8 years or 10 years, you cannot sell it in the market very easily because it will lose its original value. At the same time, if you go for purchasing of a share, or if you go for bullion market, if you purchase gold or you purchase some precious commodities or precious ornaments, precious gems, you will not lose value for the financial asset. You will go for realizing the entire amount, and of course with a additional margin also. So here an investor has to consider various objectives: safety, income, growth of capital, tax minimization, and marketability or liquidity of the financial asset what he or she is going to purchase. Hope you have understood, students. Here we have the multiple choice questions. The first question is, investment is we have 4 options: net addition made to the nation's capital stocks, person's commitment to buy a flat or a house, employment of funds on assets to earn returns, employment of funds on goods and services that are used for production purpose. So here, investment is nothing but employment of funds on assets to earn returns. The next slide is about desire of the individual to hold cash to meet the unforeseen contingencies is termed as precautionary motive, that we have discussed in the motives of holding cash. They have given 4 choices. You are going to select one among them, that is speculative motive. So here the next one is employment of funds with the aim of achieving additional income is known as investment, speculation, gambling, biting. The answer is investment. That is, when we want additional income, it is called as investment. So here we have the next question. Buying low and selling high means buying at a low price and selling at a high price, making a large capital gain is associated with. There are 4 options: investment, speculation, gambling, and arbitrage. So the answer here is speculation, because it is an investment which we make or here we go for purchasing of securities or financial asset in order to make a profit out of the rise in the prices. Okay students, and here the references what I have done. You too can refer some books, and students, whatever remaining part is there we will be discussing in the next sessions. Thank you.